Hello humans watching us, and welcome to a very special show of the Tube, where we'll explore one of the most moving and humane phenomenons on the internet, encompassing the entire world and documenting the human spirit wherever it reaches. I'm talking, of course, about humans of the world. It even says so on the screen. And before we go any further, some humans of the world want to say hello.
A big hello to I24 News from Humans of Scotland. My name is Paul Mackey.
Hola, soy Jimena Mizrahi de Humans of Buenos Aires.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. This is Kamran and Paula. We're Humans of Karachi. We're standing on one of the busiest bridges in the city, and we just want to say hello to everyone.
गिरदा आवाम कराची के रास्ते कराची तक हो रहा है सुंदर खूबसूरत शहर कराची पाकिस्तान की तरह से गिरदा
He just said that Karachi is very beautiful and that all of you should come and visit us over here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Aaron from Humans of Jerusalem.
This is for I24 News. Hi, we're Humans of Belgrade.
Come find us on Facebook.
Photography is my hobby, and I've been doing this for a couple of months now, and I've met a lot of interesting humans during this process.
Hi, my name is Iran Kramer. I'm from the page of Facebook, Humans of Rio de Janeiro.
Hola, this is Mau, and this is Gabriel, Humans of Colombia.
Hello, my name is Dina, Humans of Antalya.
Hola, I24 News, yo soy Jonathan.
Mi nombre es John y somos Humans of...
No, it was lovely. With me in the studio to discuss this interesting occurrence is our very own Laura Duhamel, the journalist whose vision and hard work brought you this special. Good evening.
Good evening.
And Deborah Barrault, our guest from the Netherlands, and the woman behind Humans of Amsterdam. Good evening to you as well.
Thank you.
So, Laura, what inspired you to curate this project?
Actually, I found out the page of the Humans of Tehran totally randomly on Facebook, and I was really moved by these pictures, by the sensitivity there is behind this kind of pictures. Then I found out it's a global movement, and I decided to go on and to discover who are behind this kind of pictures. And so we had this idea to reach everybody and to get them together to show to the world what is exactly this movement.
Wow, super cool. And you, Deborah, what moved you to join this global project?
It's basically the same as she said. It's really, it's a great project. I got really inspired by other pages. First of all, Humans of New York really inspired me, but also Humans of Tel Aviv was very inspiring to me. And I thought, you know, why not? Let's try it for Amsterdam. So I picked up a camera, and here we are.
Here we are. Okay, we have a lot to talk about, but let's continue.
A big hello to I24 News from Humans of Scotland. My name is Paul Mackey, and I live in Aberdeen, Scotland. My aim for the project is simply to grow community, active community, a place to share stories, views, and to share advice from people all over our beautiful and diverse country. There's nothing more satisfying as a photographer than engaging with people, not for personal gain, only to make a difference in a world of turmoil and often selfishness and fear. It's time we all stood together again. Come join us at humansofscotland.co.uk. Go talk to strangers.
Okay, it all started with Brandon Stanton, a 29-year-old self-taught photographer who initiated Humans of New York after arriving in New York City in 2010. He started posting photographs of, well, New Yorkers on his Facebook, just as photos of people from the city. In the first year, he was only taking pictures without captions, however, started having conversations with his subjects and started adding small quotes as captions. His initial aim was to photograph 10,000 New Yorkers, but the project kept on growing and growing. Now Brandon has over 4.1 million fans on the Humans of New York page. Some of the best photos can be found on the Humans of New York book, published in 2013. Take a look at his work.
One thing I'm a little concerned about is my approach towards people. It's going to be about twice as difficult now that I've got both my camera and the video camera So what I think I'm going to do is just immediately explain, along with what I'm doing, your presence and what you're doing, and hopefully we'll still be able to get some good stuff and make people as comfortable as possible. I go around all the different neighborhoods of New York and I take photos of people who live and work in different areas, and I'm organizing kind of a photographic census of the city. It'll be a good shot. I can give you $1.
Okay.
All right. Let's just put you right here and I'll get the street behind you. Can you tilt your hat back so I can get the sun on your face?
You know how to type.
Just tilt it back on your head. Just the shadows are on your face and I can't really see your... Perfect. That's good.
2. That's a face there. Okay, the Humans of New York project got a lot of attention and inspired lots of photographers to start projects of their own around the world. But before that, let's talk about New York. When was the first time you saw Humans of New York?
I think it was 2.5 years ago. I started following the blog Humans of New York.
You remember the first feeling of, wow, this project exists? What were your thoughts?
I thought that it was an amazing thing to do, just to go in the streets of New York and photograph these people, and actually felt like I knew people in New York while I've never been to New York. So I guess that's the first thing that I saw and actually really touched me. I was like, this is really cool to do.
Laura, why do you think this whole concept works so much? Why do people find it so inspirational?
There's a lot of reasons. I think the most important reason, of course, is the quality of the pictures. And as we see on Facebook, the most famous pages are made by the best photographers. That's the most important point. The second is the access to internet. Like I realized that, for example, the page Humans of Ethiopia or Humans of Cuba are not made by people from these countries. It's from tourists. So there is kind of differences between the country who has the access of internet and the other one. So before reaching the real global movement, we have to reach everybody all around the
Yeah, but also,
the
you
globe.
know, the person that did Humans of New York was not from New York. There's something maybe about curiosity, trying to figure out who are these people, that also works, if you know what I mean. Why do you think it became influential around the world?
I think it's the concept, which is very new, and the fact that these pictures are really moving. Like we all say here, we are very touched by discovering the face of the city through the inhabitants, and that's the key of the success of this movement. The fact that they just don't want to show up; they want to show what is behind the scenes, and that's the most important success key here.
Okay, well, I totally agree. Before we're going to move on, thank you very much, Laura, for curating all this cool show.
With pleasure.
Let's move on.
This is for I24 News. Hi, we're Humans of Belgrade. My name is Nikola Dimitrievich Dema, and I'm a graphic designer. Photography is my hobby, and I've been doing this for a couple of months now, and I've met a lot of interesting humans during this process. I just want to say a big thanks to Brandon Stanton. Ciao.
Okay, this is how Humans of the World was born after Humans of New York. That's all about people opening their own private project as a love poem for their city. One of these people sits with us today, Deborah Barrault, who started Humans of Amsterdam. First, here's how she looks when she's shooting Humans of Amsterdam. Take a look at yourself.
I started Humans of Amsterdam after I discovered the Facebook page Humans of New York. You're here on holidays? Yes. Smile.
You're so nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day. Photograph someone and you just have an amazing shot. It's like you go home and you feel so happy and you can't wait to post the picture online. The energy is very young. Yeah, and photographs is the energy of the city. They live in Amsterdam. They're true people from Amsterdam, yeah. Ja, heel goed, heel leuk. To talk about what they do and what they do for their living or what inspires them, then it works. And if there's a connection and it works, then I know what to write about them. Through the character of the humans that you see and through them, actually, you see the character of the city.
Okay, I have like a million questions. First of all, how many pictures you find yourself taking like a week?
I try to post at least 1 or 2 posts a day, so...
1 or 2 posts a day?
A day, so I try at least to take... I mean, I work, you know, like everything is now being posted. It's been taking like weeks ago. But yeah, I mean, I guess every time I go out, I take like 8 or 9 portraits. That's what the goal is.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah.
And how long usually is a conversation with a subject?
Depends. Sometimes people don't have time. You know, it's a big city, so some people are in a rush. But like the other day, I was talking to this man, I think for an hour, and I had like the best conversation ever. In the end, it was very hard to write about him because I knew so much about him, but I limited it, and I got a really good story. Some people just like they have a minute, and I try to get something good out of them. But yeah.
Don't you sometimes want to like change a little bit what they said for the quote to be more powerful with the image?
No, I try to change the way I ask things. So I try to get rid of the cliches. People are very likely to say a lot of cliches. So if you want to know what's important to people, a lot of people say, well, my health or love or whatever. You want to try, like for me, is the big challenge is to find out, well, what's behind those quotes, like what's behind those cliches, what's very personal to them. So that's very challenging. I'm not a journalist, so I got a little bit into journalism as well because of that. So no, I'm not trying to change anything. I try to keep it pure.
What do you think makes the people of Amsterdam unique?
I think I'm not from Amsterdam originally, so I moved 4 years ago to Amsterdam, and literally like you see people, for example, on a bike, and they'll be like with 4 kids on a bike. Like to a lot of people in Amsterdam, that's very normal. But for me, as an outsider, I came in and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I have to take photos of this. I have to share it with the whole world. But like as every country, we have our problems and we have our own issues, and everyone has his individual issues and problems. And I guess by capturing those, and I get to share those, it's...
I keep on thinking about what's more important, the uniqueness of the city or the fact that humans are humans all around the world.
I guess it's both. The city influences also the people, but you're right. I mean, there's people that are going through certain problems in Amsterdam that probably is not that different from what they're going through in New York or maybe in, I don't know, Colombia or Tehran, you know? I guess that's also really beautiful because, like, if you see someone struggling with something and in another country it's actually the same struggle, it means we're not that different. We're very much the same people.
No, cool. Well, I'm really happy for you that you have all this, I don't know, initiative flame in you. And so keep going and continue the great work. And thank you very much for sitting here with us.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, let's continue.
Hola, soy Jimena Mizrahi de Humans of Buenos Aires. Retrato a la gente de mi ciudad. Busco mostrar las historias de la gente común y la belleza de lo cotidiano.
Humans of now has dozens, if not hundreds, of projects around the globe with hundreds of thousands of photos documenting, well, humans. But where does it all lead to? Are we not going to rest until every citizen of the world is part of it? Joining us is the Tube chief editor, Yaron Tenbrink. Good evening.
Good evening, Jason.
So do you think this phenomenon is at its peak?
No. This phenomenon, it's one of really the most interesting stories on the internet today, I think. It's completely spontaneous. It's not like they're working together. And I think until we have humans of in every city of the world, and possibly until every citizen of the world is photographed inside this great spontaneous project, we will not reach its peak.
Knowing you, if some dude would come and say, I want to take a picture of Humans of Tel Aviv, you would say?
Yes, sure.
Yes?
Yeah.
What about all your privacy
seriously.
thing?
Yeah, you know, it's just such a beautiful project. I really think it gives you a really vague but interesting picture of humanity. It's the best one that we had till today.
Yeah, so what does this what does this all mean about, I don't know, human condition?
First of all, I think it means we like to be photographed. We like to photograph. It's the age of photography now. Everyone is a photographer, and I think, if you look at those photos, most people are smiling, and in some eyes you can see pain, in some eyes you can see joy, but everybody, when you point a camera at them, they smile. So I think it kind of gives humanity this kind of a happy vibe. It's really a happy project. It kind of fills me with joy when I'm looking at it.
Really, for me, what's really, really beautiful is the pain, not the joy. That
pain.
Well, everybody's suffering.
You're being cynical. But
no, I'm not.
No.
Actually, I was.
No,
sitting
I think it's both. It's all beautiful. It's all human, and it's all beautiful.
Okay, we have to finish. Thank you very much, Yaron.
Thank you.
That's it. I had a lovely time, and I really hope you did too. Thanks for all the guests here today. Thank you to all the photographers around the world for being part of this amazing project. And thank you for watching and for logging onto our Twitter and our Tumblr. It's theTube24. And that was, if Albert Einstein would be here today, he would say, I love humanity, but I hate humans. That's his quote. Goodbye.